The UK economy has been navigating turbulent waters for several years, from the shocks of Brexit to the global pandemic, and now the effects of ongoing geopolitical tensions. In this video, we'll dive deep into the current state of the UK economy in 2024, analyzing key sectors, challenges, and opportunities that shape its future. Let's take a look at where the country stands. Let's begin with one of the fundamental indicators of economic health: gross domestic product, or GDP. After a dramatic contraction during the 2020 pandemic, the UK saw a period of recovery in 2021 and 2022, although at a slower pace than initially predicted. In 2023 and 2024, economic growth has been subdued, with annual GDP growth hovering around 5 to 1%. Let's look at the key issues here: Brexit-related disruptions in trade and labor markets, ongoing inflationary pressures, post-pandemic recovery slowdown. Many economists are pointing to stagnant productivity growth as one of the biggest factors weighing down long-term prospects. This is compounded by uncertainty surrounding trade agreements and regulatory changes post-Brexit. One of the most pressing issues facing the UK economy right now is inflation. Rising prices have hit households hard, and the cost of living crisis remains at the forefront of public and policy discourse. In 2022 and 2023, inflation soared to record highs, largely driven by energy prices, supply chain disruptions, and global commodity prices. Although inflation has somewhat eased in 2024, it's still elevated at around 5 to 6%, far above the Bank of England's 2% target. What were the key impacts? Real wages have stagnated or declined in many sectors. Households are facing increased costs for food, fuel, and utilities. Businesses are struggling with higher input costs, particularly in the energy-intensive industries. The government support packages have provided some relief, but many households remain under significant financial pressure. Analysts warn that sustained inflation could erode long-term consumer confidence and spending power. In response to inflationary pressures, the Bank of England has raised interest rates multiple times over the past 2 years. As of 2024, the base rate stands at 5%, its highest level in over a decade. While higher interest rates have helped to cool inflation, they have had significant knock-on effects. Borrowing costs for businesses and consumers have increased, which has led to a slowdown in sectors like housing, construction, and consumer spending. Key issues: higher mortgage rates have made housing less affordable. Business investment has slowed due to the increased cost of capital. Households with variable rate loans and mortgages are feeling the squeeze. Expert comment: the balancing act for the Bank of England is delicate. Raise rates too high, and you risk pushing the economy into a deeper recession. Keep them too low, and inflation spirals out of control. Another critical factor in the health of the UK economy is the labor market. The unemployment rate remains relatively low at 4%, but that figure hides some deeper structural issues. Skills shortages in key industries, particularly healthcare, technology, and construction. A shift toward remote and hybrid work models, changing the landscape of employment. Post-Brexit labor market disruptions, particularly in industries like agriculture, hospitality, and logistics, which previously relied on EU workers. Many industries are facing challenges in filling vacancies, and the lack of available workers has driven wage growth in some sectors, adding to inflationary pressures. Brexit has played a significant role in reshaping the labor market. Combined with demographic shifts, such as an aging workforce and declining birth rates, the UK's labor supply issues are likely to persist unless addressed through targeted immigration policies or upskilling programs. 4 years after formally exiting the European Union, the UK continues to grapple with the economic impacts of Brexit. Trade patterns have shifted and new trade agreements are being negotiated, but the full effects are still unfolding. While some sectors, like financial services, remain resilient, the overall trade picture for the UK is mixed, with many businesses calling for further clarity and support to navigate the post-Brexit landscape. Looking ahead, the UK faces both significant challenges and potential opportunities. The climate transition, for example, offers a dual-edged sword for the economy. Investment in green energy, particularly offshore wind and hydrogen, could create new jobs and position the UK as a leader in the global energy transition. In 2024, the UK economy stands at a crossroads. With inflation beginning to stabilize but growth remaining slow, the country must address deep-rooted challenges to ensure a prosperous future.